We sat down with Scary Pockets bassist Nick Campbell. Thankfully for you and for us, he'd never heard this song before. Nick Campbell, are you ready?
Dude, I am ready. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. I do not know this song.
There ain't no back door, there ain't no sign. Location changes almost every other night. Last time we found it, can't remember much. I thought I was a god until my lawyer woke me up and said I testified that I was right out of my mind. Let the record show I did it off the rock and roll screaming.
I definitely brought the wrong bass for this.
Could somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quentin?
Okay, man, this was not what I was expecting to play today. The thing that's interesting about this challenge, there's no bass in the recording. So most of the time when you're asked to listen to a song, unless you're in a recording session, but even sometimes in recording sessions, there's at least a lot of the times a temp bass, or if you're doing it for a gig, there's an already existing bass part.
Right.
There's nothing. So what I try to do when I really need to internalize a lot of music really quickly, I'll listen to it once top to bottom, kind of mark. And then what I do is I go through section by section, kind of loop things, make some notes, kind of transcribe all the little details. And then I'll do one playthrough where I play through it kind of as a practice run all the way down. And then I feel like, okay, I've kind of internalized the song now. That's kind of like my process. So now we're filming it.
I can't wait.
Is the ga ga to ga ga to ga ga? Is that
that
one?
downbeat?
It turns
Right.
out it's not once you get to the end, right? But
Right.
yeah, so that's something intro. I don't have stat baby here, so I'm gonna write down little notes for myself, but I'm gonna write D not downbeat.
Changes almost every other night. Last time we found it, can't remember much. I thought I was a god until my lawyer woke me up and said I testified that I was right out of my mind.
So with a thing like this, right, which is kind of a simple pentatonic line, but there's just little tiny variations. Something I like to do is kind of listen to it, sing through it, and make sure I'm really doubling it exactly correctly. So let's listen one more time, and I think I got it now.
If you want to learn more about exactly what Nick is doing in this video, check out Adam Neely's course, A Bass Player's Guide to Ear Training and Intervals, available in the SBL Academy. You can get started today for free. The link is in the description.
Every other night. Last time we found it, can't remember much. I thought I was a god until my lawyer woke me
Cool,
up and
awesome. That's a really kind of cool little rock part. If I were just like heard this in a car commercial or some shit, I feel like this is four-wheel
Yes.
drive vibe, you know?
Sure. Yes, sure.
I don't think I would notice all those little details, but having to learn this like this on the spot, those are the little things that like make a huge difference in like how a part feels and like how to play along with it. Cool. Okay, so this is a funny thing. Is there bass here in the original recording?
Right.
I don't know. Or if there's a part that I'm just not hearing. Because it sounds like it could go either way. Like with some of the rock songs, like if you have a bridge, sometimes you still have some kind of bridge part. And with that
Right.
there, it's like, do I put one in or do I accept the space? So it's like some of these choices are interesting. But yeah, let's give it a shot and let's see if I remember everything or butcher it or not.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no drop D, baby. Old school.
Love it.
let's get this circus on down the road. We're taking bets up out of tank and gas will go. Call up your best friend, then come to more. About to do some shit that you ain't seen before. There ain't no back door, there ain't no sign. Location changes almost every other night. Last time we found it, can't remember much. I thought I was a god until my lawyer woke me up and said I testified that I was right out of my mind. Let the record show I did it off the rock and roll, screaming every night, playing 20 by the life. So somebody please keep me the hell out of San Quentin. Out of
pretty good.
Yeah.
I had one bad bass line. Other than that, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Dude, it's funny. This is like the wrongest bass for this kind of thing. I'm just going to be P-bass man. I mean, I had imagined the original, it's like a much grungier, like nu metal-y sound with a pick,
what do you
probably
think it's
in
gonna
drop
sound like?
D, not 60s at all. I was just kind of messing around during the bridge because I don't actually know what goes there. It sounds like there's a bass part. That's the big question mark for me.
This tune is called San Quentin.
Okay.
And it is by Nickelback.
Cool.
And it is the great Mike Kroger, Chad Kroger's brother, on the bass.
Sick.
And I will say, the first time I heard this tune, there was something about the bass that kind of like stopped me in my tracks. I was like, whoa. So, hey, let's check this out.
Cool.
And I think Sharon's got the original. We'll pull it up here. If you're enjoying this, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It lets us know that you want us to make more of this kind of thing for you.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know there was bass there. Okay.
It's okay. You wouldn't have known. I love that you got that riff. The in-betweens.
Yeah, I tried. So interesting. The bass is actually doing a completely separate thing than the guitars. So my intuition was sort of wrong.
And then driving through this. But you were so locked into the guitars. It was awesome.
Oh, so definitely 5-string going to the drop C vibe. Yeah.
The C, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But this is exactly like how you played it, just up an octave.
Yeah. I tried to get the details as close to right as I could. So interesting that the bass is playing the upbeats there.
Right.
I would not have thought to do that. The bass isn't really playing those upbeat, like it's playing all the upbeats. So the details of the upbeats with the guitars don't really matter so much.
Right.
Yeah, I was like more of a stickler about it than I really needed to be. Yeah.
You overcomplicated it.
Yeah. And I was like, no, this is what I must do it. Yeah, I don't even own a bass that sounds like this. Like even the dingwall I have is passive. It doesn't really sound like this.
Right.
Okay, so I knew there was a bass line here.
Yeah, you did.
And I
you
thought
felt
they would,
it.
Yeah. So I was just kind of fucking around because I wasn't really sure what to do.
Yeah, like you were in like palm mute zone.
Yeah. I had a feeling there that it would be like that there would be a third riff for the bridge.
Yes.
I just didn't know what it was. Something too that I think on this kind of, I remember we talked about this in the podcast, but talking about the release of notes, the breath at the end of each chorus is like really signature to the sound of how this goes. Like, I think a lot of the time when people play rock music, they think it's just like, oh, I'm just going to play dumb eighth notes the whole time. But like those little details about like those offbeat hits and then silence before the repeat of the chorus, like that was like an immediate thing that I noticed that it's like, oh, this happens every time for a reason to give like a lift before the riff comes back
Before
in.
the big downbeat, yeah.
My first intuition when I heard the verse and I was like, oh, AC/DC vibe where you double the guitars and then it's drums, vocals. That's what my first intuition was. Turns out that's not what it is.
Hey, I thought it was sick on the P bass with flats. I loved the breakdown. I loved the attention to detail. Like, man, you crushed this. Thank you for doing it.
I got pretty close. I did okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, Nick Campbell, now it's your turn to nominate a fellow bass player. Like, what friend of yours or bass player do you want to see tackle this challenge next?
I would love to see you get Hadrian to play a Nickelback song. I think I could die happy if there's video of that. Like, this would be really good.
Like, just give Hadrian another Nickelback song.
That would be really funny. I think Hadrian playing Nickelback is the winner, right? It has to be. Like, that's too good. That's amazing.
Hadrian, we're coming for you. We're coming for you next.